What's up, guys? Dustin McDangle's back here with another video, and welcome back to the NHL season preview series. And in today's episode, we're back in the Metropolitan Division, and we will be taking a look at the New Jersey Devils. We'll be taking a look at how they finished up last season. We'll take a look at their team stats. We'll take a look at projected lines, players in and out of their lineup, as well as finish off with contracts. And on the screen right now are stats, guys. The majority of you guys who watch these videos aren't even subscribed to the channel, so do me a favor, if you are watching this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you like anything NHL hockey related. When it comes to covering hockey, we'll be doing it all season long, and I don't want you guys to miss out on that. We're almost to 500 subscribers, so if you guys like hockey, hit the subscribe button. But without further ado, let's go ahead, hop into this episode, and take a look at the New Jersey Devils. Taking a look now at the Devils, they did not have the best of years last year, as they were also riddled with injury. They finished the year off with 63 points, which was a record of 27, 46, and 9. Not the best of years. Again, they finished 7th in the division. Team stats, again, showed a little bit of the tape here. Goals for, they were 19th in the league, with goals against being 29th. Their power play, they were only 15.5% with a penalty kill of 80.2%. When it comes to team stats, again, they were hit with injuries, especially to Jack Hughes. He only played 49 games, but he did have 56 points. So things were looking pretty positive for Jack Hughes until he got injured. But you had bright spots such as Jesper Bratt. He had 73 points in 76 games played. The captain, Nico Hischier, had 60 points in 70 games played. Damon Severson on the back end, 46 points in 80 games played. Pavel Zacha, who's no longer with them, had 36 and 70. So again, it does sort of tail off a little bit, and I mean, they're going to be needing some players to step up, and we'll have to wait and see if Jack Hughes can put up at least 100 points this year. I think he can at least get 90, but a lot's going to ride on that. But when it comes to the players that have left the squad, big announcement: PK Subban retiring from the NHL, so he is the first out. Ty Smith has also gone to Pittsburgh in the trade with John Marino, as well as Pavel Zacha has left in that trade with the Boston Bruins. So 3 players out, nothing too crazy when it comes to that. Again, these are the most noteworthy players in and out. Players in: Erik Haula, Andre Palat, John Marino on the back end, which is pretty solid. Vite Vanacek between the pipes, and then you've got Brendan Smith all coming into the squad. So decent acquisitions when it comes to bringing some players in, as we now take a look at their projected lines. Nothing too crazy on that first line. Hischier and Bratt, it will be interesting to see their combination and if they can keep that going and create even more chemistry. I don't know if maybe Hughes is going to bump up to that first line, but right now on paper, that's one of the best second lines in the NHL. Palat, Hughes, and Tatar. If they can stay healthy, man, that is a very solid line. You've got Wood, Haula, Mercier on the third line. Not too crazy, but not bad. Then you got Johansson, McLeod, and Bastian there on the fourth line. Again, they're not too super deep, but they're also not, I wouldn't say, too weak. The Devils are going to be an interesting team. I think will shock some people this year. You've got Graves and Hamilton on that first line pair of defense, which is a pretty solid pair, if you ask me. Severson, really the one to note on that second pair. And then you've got Smith and Marino on the third pair as it stands. Again, I think that second and third pairing you can really interchange and move around some guys. But then between the pipes, Vanacek and Blackwood, I really don't know if Blackwood's going to be good enough to keep his job here moving forward. The Devils have had a hard time trying to find goaltending, but he is still young. I'm not going to give up on him yet. Maybe this is his year that he's going to pop off. As we take a look at their contracts, there's a lot of players on this list that need to have a year and try to pop off, because there are a lot of contract years coming up after this year. One in particular, Jesper Bratt, 24 years old, one of their better players. He is going to be a restricted deal, but they need to find a way to get him done. There's not any cap space for this upcoming season for the Devils, so it will be pretty tough for them. Thomas Tatar, Johansson, Miles Wood, Erik Haula, they're all going to be unrestricted. I'd say Wood and Johansson, however you pronounce his name, those are going to be, I'd say the 2 bigger ones that they need to get done, since they are the younger of the 4 of those players. A couple more restricted. McLeod, again, 24 years old, could try to bring him back. Jesper Bogvist, another player, again, more of a depth type player than Nathan Bastian, another restricted year for him coming up after this season. So they'll have to find a way to get that done. But on the back end, they've got 2 defensemen that they're going to need to work out. And that John Marino contract is not the best, but they're thinking the stock is high on him. But you got Severson and Graves that they need to get done after this season. I don't know if either one of them is going to get done during the year. I would lean more towards Graves and trying to get him done over Severson. But again, Severson is somebody who has been with the Devils for a while now, so maybe they try to get that done first. And then between the pipes, Mackenzie Blackwood, 25 years old. He's going to need to get something done. Vanacek is also young, but that restricted year for Blackwood, I think this is going to be a big season for him between the pipes, and he's going to prove that he is a solid goaltender in the NHL. Now, when it comes to my absolute prediction for the Devils, I expect them to be fairly similar, but I would say a little bit better than last year's team. I think with health being such a bad issue last year, I think they'll be able to try to keep off that injury bug list this upcoming season and do a little bit better, at least in the points regard of things. I don't know if they'll be higher in the standings because last year 6th place was 81 points. I think I could see the Devils around that 68 to 75 point range. This upcoming season, I expect big years from Hughes, Heischer, Brott, Palat coming over. How's he going to mesh with the squad? Haula on the back end. It'll be interesting to see Moreno in the squad. Can Dougie Hamilton have a big season? Does the tandem work itself out and prove that it is a decent one in the league? Those are all things that are going through my mind when I think of the Devils when I watch their hockey games this upcoming season, but don't expect too much out of them. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but they will be a fun team to watch some of their younger guys and a lot of their guys that are playing for contracts be a pretty big year and see some individual productivity, I would say, out of them. So look forward to Hughes, I would say, putting up a 90-point year. See how Haula does, Brott, Heischer. I'll be excited to see all those guys play. But I want to hear from the Devils fans down below in the comments. Who do you think is going to have the biggest year? What do they need to do in order to make the playoffs as a wild card place team? How can they at least improve on things that didn't go so well last year this upcoming season? Obviously, injuries being the biggest thing, but I want to hear from you guys down below in the comments. But if you have made it to this point in the video, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're growing like crazy, and I can't thank you guys enough for the love and support you've been showing the channel, and I do appreciate you guys for that. But that's going to be it for today's episode. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that thumbs up. I hope you guys have a good one, and as always, stay dusty.